Hello, I'm here. Sorry, I just wanted to get a tool really quick before we got going. Hello, how are you? I'm so happy to see you. It is Tuesday Tip Day, and it is a day I look forward to. People submit me questions via email during the week, which we're going to talk about, and also online. So I'm really glad that you're here. So say hello if you are. So today we're going to be talking about the voice in your head that tells you you're chubby, you're fat, you're XYZ, you need to lose weight, you're anything less than being just perfect as you are. So we're going to talk about dealing with that voice. We're also going to talk about recommendations for yoga mats. I had a question about that this week. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about dial movers. Someone emailed about best ways to get started and what are some dial movers in terms of what should I concentrate on. So let's talk. My first question is from a lovely named Clara, and I'm just going to read her question out loud because I just want you to know that this is something that I have contended with, and every woman that has crossed my path over all of these years has dealt with this in some shape or form. So let's speak it right out. So first, Clara, I just want to say thank you for creating this opportunity for learning, not just for you, but for many, okay? Okay, so here's her question. Sarah, what are thoughts on what I am calling a mindset relapse? I was doing so well focusing on wholesome habits versus losing weight, and now because I'm feeling bloated and heavier and busier, which means no intentional movement each day, I just feel more obsessive about food. Ugh. I feel like this is such a huge setback. Yep, I understand. And so first, I want to break this down into pieces. And the first piece I want to talk about is that I'd like you to start to question the voice in your head. Because anytime a voice comes up in your head that tells you that you're less than in any way, it is time to start being suspicious and to question that voice in your head. Because frankly, that voice in your head that's telling you you're fat, you need to lose weight, you're chubby, you're not enough in any way, shape, or form, often that's the voice to question. And so first piece of this is I want you to start to think about questioning that voice. Because often that voice shows up under times of duress, shame spirals. That voice shows up, that hypercritical voice shows up to beat you up when you're down. So first thing is I want you to start to get really critical and start to get highly in relational, like let's get in relationship with that voice so that it's not running rampant over you, because that voice is not you. How do you do that? Number one, first of all, if you can question it and stop, question it and be suspicious of it. That's the first step. It gives you a little bit of space to be like, hey, buddy, that's not my voice, and just take a pause so it's not running you. And you can kind of step back from it and be like, hey, whoa, what's this about? This is not how I want to be talking to myself. That pause, you can stop sign it, and you can take a step back from it. How do you start to step back and take a look at, that's just one voice that runs you. There's many voices that run you. So I'm going to share with you a tool that has helped me, life changer, game changer. And it's this book here. I'd like to credit Yoga North for sharing this book with me. It's called Making a Change for Good, and it's a guide to compassionate self-discipline. And it's by Cherry Huber. And if you've not read this book, I highly recommend it. It's an easy read. You'll see the font is almost like handwritten, and it takes you through an exploration where you can start to get critical of the voices that are running you. That's the first thing. Okay, so that's a tool I just really, really highly recommend. And I'll put the name of the book and the author in the comments below. Okay. The second thing I want to say about when that voice in your head is telling you that you need to lose weight, that you're less than, that you're not perfect as you are, that you are fat, that you need to lose weight. Often, there's more going on there than what's on the surface. So I'm going to tell you a story. Back in the day, I was a television reporter at a television station in West Michigan. While I was there, I got to do a lot of amazing stories, but one of the stories that I got to do was with a multi gold medal and multi-silver, bronze, gold medal swimming Olympian. And she was she had a recovering eating disorder. And she was incredibly powerful. And what she said to me really stuck with me over all of these 30 some years. Yeah, I don't know how long it's been since she told me, but she said, some days I wake up and I look in the mirror, and what I hear in my head is that I'm fat and need to lose weight. And I know because of my treatment that generally is an indicator that there's more going on in my life, and for me to sleep on it. Because I know that between yesterday and today, my body has not changed. And so when I look in the mirror and it looks to me like I have gained a bunch of weight, or my voice starts talking to me and telling me that I've gained a bunch of weight, I know that for her, it was, I'm under a great deal of stress. And her tool for dealing with that was to step away and give it 24 hours and wake up the next day and notice in that 24 hours when you wake up that things have changed, that that voice has calmed. And so it's situationally based, that for whatever reason, the alchemy of stress, whatever's happening in your life, conflict with a partner, conflict with your children, stress at work, whatever it is, it creates this perfect storm for the voice in her head to tell her, you're not enough, you're less than, you need to be fixed. She got really critical of that voice, and her tool to interrupt it actually was 24 hours. And what she found is after 24 hours, she would wake up and it would be gone. The voice would be gone. I think why I tell her story is because, and why it was so potent to me, was that she taught me that life can cause you to almost rebel on yourself. Because it's the first place we go. We go to self-flagellation of any flavor. Okay? And your go-to flavor might be your weight. And so what I want you to start to question and start to step away from the voice, because that's really not what's going on. What I want you to start to do is step away from it and go, either A, just take a break from whatever, take a break, give it 24 hours, or B, start to go, what is going on? What is going on? What is creating this alchemy for me to turn on myself? for me to somehow, from the voice in my head, to somehow tell you that you're anything less than perfect as you are, that you're anything less than a gift to your people, to this world. That's my recommendation. My recommendation is for you to get really critical, and if this tool helps, great. And secondly, to give it a pause, 24 hours if you need to, and then take a look at what else is going on. What else is going on in your life to contribute to this situation that is causing you to feel like you need to lose weight or change in some way. So that's what I'm going to say about that today. If you would have more questions or would like me to elaborate more on this, let me know. I'm happy to do so. But I'm going to stop there for now. I feel like that's enough. The next thing I want to talk about is I got 2 emails this week. The first email was about yoga mats, and Mary asked, what is your recommendation for a yoga mat? First of all, I just want to be really clear that yoga mats aren't necessary to practice yoga. A towel is just fine, or the ground. But if you are interested in a yoga mat, there are recycled yoga mats that you could take a look at, which I think are really cool. There are natural fiber yoga mats that you can take a look at. The one I purchased, and the reason why I purchased it is because I'm a sweaty Betty, and because I sweat, I like to feel really secure because I have a shoulder injury that I have to take care of all the time. And if I feel like I'm going to slip, that really freaks me out, and I can't relax in my poses. And so I use what's called, it's from Gaiam, G-A-I-A-M, and I'll put this below, and it's called the Dry Grip Mat. And it kind of wicks moisture away from your hands and your feet, and it allows you to continue to grip. So that's my yoga mat recommendation. Also, another thing I love about that mat is it comes in extra wide and extra tall. So you can have it bigger, because I'm a tall girl, I'm a big girl, I'm not like a petite little flower. It's going to fit on those little mats, so it's wider and longer, which I think is really cool. The last thing I had was someone who said, I want to get started on my health and fitness journey. What should I focus on? What are the dial movers? What are the things to focus on? And so I was like, that's a really great question. So I'm going to tell you the 3 things that I would recommend if you came to me as a client to take a look at. The first is quality of sleep and how much you're sleeping. It's a tough one for a lot of people, but sleep is just really an important component of your health and wellness. 2, I would say stress. Stress just discombobulates your whole system, and it causes hormonal disruptions, and it causes, your breathing everything just, when you're under stress. So I would say stress. I would contend with it. And the third thing I would say is just to think about, I love how I heard it once where it was like eating food from the earth. I would just look at eating more food that's from the earth. I would say just like look at whole foods and start integrating more whole foods into your world. Why? Not for any other reason than it really helps support your body. It really helps to support your system when you are getting all the nutrients that you need to nourish your body, and those most easily and readily come from food that is grown from the earth. All right, those are my 3 Tuesday tips. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I would love to hear from them. Just put them down below, and I hope you have a really great day. All right,